Stephen Stanley, Rest in the Father on Vision Christian Radio, Takeaway Hunger Day. Ben Evans, just to prove that you haven't run off to have lunch, are you with us?
I am here.
We have contact with the mothership. And of course, you know, for listeners, this is a nationwide program that's going on today. And we've got this goal, 25,000 children. And we want to see that goal met by 6 p.m. Eastern tonight. And I know that there'll be lots of people right now saying, let's get the accelerator going. Let's get things really happening and be encouraging to listeners to be able to call in. Hey, we were talking about having lunch and we were about to say, Ben, what were you having for lunch today? Did you have something that you wanted to confess?
I mean, honestly, I had some tuna rolls today for myself, but it's hard talking about hungry children when it's lunchtime because we're also hungry, right? So we're thinking about what we're going to have for lunch, and I don't want anyone to feel guilty about what you're having for lunch today, what you planned for today. But it occurred to me, having done some travel recently and having to buy junk food, because that's the only options that are available at the time that you're looking. And to get a meal and to upgrade the meal was actually $6 to upgrade a meal to get that full meal.
Wow.
And so the idea today, if you're having a late lunch today, you don't worry about giving up your meal, but maybe you can upgrade your meal and add $6 to feed a refugee child in Uganda right now, because it makes such a huge difference. Just a little bit on your side, when you share God's blessing just a little bit, it actually makes a huge difference to children who don't know where their next meal's coming from. I remember when on one of my trips, we were talking to the children and just asking their questions and, saying, how old are you? What's your name? What are your favorite subjects? And then we said, where do you live? And the little boy said, I just live across the road. Like he was literally across the road. So we said, we can't miss this opportunity. Is your mother home? Can we go visit you? And they said, yes. So we had the teachers, we had guardians with us. So we walked across the road to meet this family, and we met his mother, Mother Margaret. And again, we're just making conversation. We're going to set up, we're going to do a video story, and we're just saying, so you're from Sudan. What did you do in Sudan? And she said, I worked in desktop publishing. And I'm going, oh my goodness, that's a fancy way of saying what I do. I write partner letters, I send them out, I do a magazine to tell the story. I'm in desktop publishing. And I'm going, if I was kicked out of my country and forced to go into another country, into the countryside, and I've given a bunch of sticks and a tarp and say, here, build your own house, how would I survive? I would not survive. And so it's not like we're talking about refugees who live in one tent and are now moving and living in another tent. We're talking about people who live in cities, just like you and I, who, because of violence and because of war, have been forced to flee their homes, flee for their life, and come to another country. And many of these places are learning a whole new language. It's a very foreign environment for them, but that's how desperate they are to protect their family. And that's the life of a refugee. And so when we get involved in Takeaway Hunger Day, we are actually providing life-saving meals for these children because they are relying on us to answer those prayers, like the Lord's Prayer, our Father who art in heaven, give me today my daily bread. So I'm asking today, help us answer those prayers of those children who are relying on us, because unfortunately we're the only charity that's providing meals on a regular basis for these children. So we need you. We need your help today.
That's an important point, isn't it? Some might be thinking, there's probably lots of charities looking out for all these hungry children. Well, yours is the only charity that is looking after the ongoing momentum, that routine of having a bowl of food every day. It's connected and it's delivered through a school situation, and it's delivered in a Christian faith environment. So for listeners, if you haven't made a donation yet, and I've got to say, hundreds and hundreds, 334, I think we've taken the donations so far today, 14,000 plus children fed. Here's your opportunity to make your donation. It is Takeaway Hunger Day. Just $6 feeds a child for a whole month. How many children can you feed? 6, 10, 20, maybe 100. You might even be able to do more than that. Here's how you make your donation. vision.org.au. Click on the banner there to make your donation, or pick up your phone and call 1300 00 5514. And Ben, thank you so much for great input and for including us in an opportunity like this, for bringing listeners in on this wonderful Takeaway Hunger Day.
Enjoy your salad.
Thank you.